I'm here with none other than Nunya. Welcome, Nunya. Thank you, Marcus. I love comedy. Yes, I too also like to speak of comedies, and tonight we will be speaking of 81 comedies. I know I love them. I know Nunya loves them.
We know that you all like comedies too.
Do you love to laugh? Do you love to go, ha 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 ha? Well, you can do that loud, long, and clear here tonight with the movies that we're bringing you from 1981. So with that, Marcus, let me just jump to the monitor now.
Ooh, okay. Start it off. Burt Reynolds.
This is the story of an average guy and a beautiful girl.
Hi.
Don't tell me your name. I'll just call you Beauty.
Lonnie? Is that her name?
Sensitive person.
Burt and
I bet
Lonnie?
you're a fan of Rod McEwen's.
I forget her name.
I try to be.
And his best friend.
I am Captain Chaos.
Oh no.
Been a cop long?
And a family doctor.
Holy come on right here.
And how they all set out one day in an ambulance from New York to California.
That family
150
doctor.
miles per hour.
He looks
Questionable.
suspect.
Yeah, questionable at best.
They aren't the only ones.
Check that out. Lamborghini, is that what that is? Countach? Lamborghini Countach.
Illegal Grand Prix.
Speed limits.
Doesn't matter
No.
how you get there.
Who needs them?
It's who gets there first. Burt Reynolds is the defending champion. On his team, Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett. That's her name.
Dom
Not
DeLuise,
Lonnie Anderson.
And Jack Elam. And here comes
Jack
the
Elam.
competition.
Hurry up, you little.
Dean Martin.
We happen to be in a race.
Dean Martin?
You short.
Sammy.
Where'd you get all that jewelry? Take a left. Left.
Mel Tillis and Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw.
Wow.
Jackie Chan.
What?
And
What?
Roger Moore as himself.
I'm Roger Moore.
Oh my god, I haven't seen this in so long.
I've never seen it.
Oh,
Got to.
yes. I don't even remember Jackie Chan or...
We're in kind of a hurry, so if you could just bless it and then we'll be...
I didn't recognize Dean Martin or anything when I was a kid. I didn't know who that was.
Desperate characters.
Whoa, that was Jackie.
By land. By sea.
Dom DeLuise I'm a fan of, though. I always thought he was hilarious.
They'll do anything. Drive anything. Say anything.
It's hard to understand you.
When I called you, I was doing 140 miles an hour.
And stop at nothing.
Normally I drive right around the speed limit.
We all make mistakes, miss. But 160?
That lady is the lady in Creep Show. She was in one of our horror movies of 1980. She was in, I can't remember, The Fog, maybe?
Tickets.
She's also in the new Creep Show that's on Prime. She's in the Abominable Snowman one, The Crate. Bert. Wow, look at the list there, man. Roger
I think
Moore,
some of
Farrah
those people
Fawcett.
are gonna make it.
Yeah, they have a chance.
Maybe.
All right, Nunya, go ahead. What do you think of this one, man?
Oh, I gotta have it. Yeah, it's one of those movies that feels like the movie doesn't have to be that good. They're just gonna cameo it to the point where it's just fun to watch. Yeah, looks fun. Gotta see it.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Yeah, I don't think you can top a preview. That movie had everything in it: action, comedy, girls. It was. I should just say sex appeal. It was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah.
So
Rad.
rad. I mean, honestly. Plus Dom DeLuise. You know, I know he's in a lot of stuff. I don't know why Candid Camera pops in. He's been in lots of other things, but Sammy
Always funny.
Davis Jr. Yeah, man. Jackie Chan. Anyway, point is, this would be awesome if you saw this in the theater. The preview comes on, you know what you're going to be seeing later that year.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
We gotta see it.
All right, what else do we have here? It's going to be. Well, they still got people. Look at the wavy titles there.
The dawn of civilization. Primitive. Dangerous. Exciting. Wet.
Feed me, Seymour.
Is that George Harrison? Who is that guy?
The handwriting is on the wall.
Adam?
I like
If
the
universe
announcer.
is ever going to amount to anything, it needs a leader. Will it be Tanda?
Oh my god, I do remember this.
That's my guess.
How about Gog? Gog is out of sight. And Atuk. Atuk sounds good. Atuk will be the leader of the Stone Age. He will teach man to walk erect. He will discover fire. He will invent roast chicken.
Roast chicken. Whoa, look at the special effects. Stop motion.
And fried
I wonder
eggs.
if Costco's paying him royalties.
Sunny
Yeah.
side up. He will inspire the men. And zug zug the women.
That's the lady from Cheers, Shelley something? Long.
He will protect them from all the beasts of the earth. Ringo Starr.
I said George Harrison. I meant Ringo.
Dennis Quaid.
Dennis
Shelley
Quaid?
Long, John Matuzak. Avery Schreiber. And Jack Gilford. Caveman. They don't call it the Stone Age for nothing.
Wow, man. I can't believe that was Dennis Quaid. I'm impressed with this preview just because of all the stop motion animation. I mean, that's pretty cool. The movie looks hokey, like with a capital H, which is why I'm giving it a hot.
That's hot. That's hot.
Just because of all the scantily clad people.
Definitely, that makes sense. I'd love to watch it. I want to make a joke about the name, which is not fair. You know, we all got weird names. Nanyam's a weird name, but like I took a poo, is what I'm thinking in terms of that guy. I definitely chose wrong in terms of who would be the leader of mankind. I feel like the brains took advantage later on in the evolution, but maybe that was the case. I feel like there was definitely the sex appeal jokes on that they're going to be making lots of them there, which is, again, I think a theme we're going to see throughout this era, if you will. Mm-hmm. I don't plan on going back and watching it, though. It's solid meh. I mean, it was good for what it was.
Oh, okay.
Meh.
You're not going to prehistoric BC.
No.
You wouldn't even go to 81 to watch this. I hear you. Yeah, I think it's probably out of this year one of the weaker movies. But wow, weird Ringo Starr. What's even weirder is that I thought it was George Harrison, but anyway.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's logical.
Yeah, as Spock would say. Yes.
Oh, something educational.
Whoa. None yet. The volume.
From the naked dawn of man to the magnificence of the Bible.
The Lord Jehovah
Mel Brooks.
has given unto you these 15, 10 commandments.
From the glory that was Rome.
I love this movie, dude.
To the dark evils of the Spanish
It's good to be the
Inquisition.
king.
For now begins the Inquisition.
To the French Revolution with its squalor and its splendor.
The peasants may grow violent. They are my people. I am their sovereign. I love them. Oh!
He's all piss boy.
History of the World, Part 1, starring
It's good to be the king.
Yeah.
More women! More wine!
Oh, it's dumb.
Submit to the king. Lust the one.
Oh, let's go.
Harvey Korman.
Chip, you're beautiful.
Shove it.
Madeline Kahn.
Let's end this meeting on a high note.
Hey, what country you from?
Gregory Hines, man.
What part?
On 25th Street. Oh,
I'm Miriam. I'm a Vestal Virgin.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Should have been here over 30 grains ago.
Please banish me.
Gee, I just ate.
drama.
Do you require a blindfold? None. Have you any last words? None. Test. Dunk your teeth. Hold.
Action.
Where you going? I don't know.
Romance.
Say when?
8:30.
Spectacle.
Man.
The Inquisition. What a show. We know you're wishing that we go away. But the Inquisition's here and it's here to stay.
Mel Brooks is a national treasure,
History
man.
of the World, Part 1.
Hands down.
10 million years in the making.
Oh, God. Gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
I love this movie. I saw it on Encore. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know when it was, but it was like late 80s or something, or early 90s. I was a kid. I saw it, and I remember... Look at that, narrated by Orson Welles. What was the liquor that we were watching, man, where he was the wine salesman pushing wine on people? That was the Beer and Wine of 80. Yeah. Anyway, I just remember a part where they were like all like something about like they rolled the biggest joint and they were like smoking this huge joint on a chariot and they were getting the people behind them high because, you know, burning the... I don't know, man. I just remember thinking when I was a kid, I'm like, this is an adult film. Anyway, gotta have it.
Not an adult film, but yes, that is rad. Nothing but rad. Just coming right out and saying it. You know, Mel Brooks is just, like you said, a national treasure. Everything he does is hilarious. Spaceballs, check. I'm sorry, everything he does is hilarious. So I'm not going to list them all. I haven't seen this. I'm embarrassed because I want to know what his take on the history of the world is.
It's funny.
I am going to go immediately check this out. It is rad. Guy's hilarious.
Yes.
There's a documentary that just came out about Mel Brooks that kind of goes through different decades with Mel Brooks, and it's fun to watch. And it's just about him. He's just a hilarious man.
Real quick.
National treasure.
Real quick.
National treasure.
One of the first movies I remember seeing Mel Brooks in was the original Muppet Show, which came out in 1979. And he plays a mad scientist, and he's torturing Kermit the Frog. And Miss Piggy is there, and she ends up karate kicking him. But he's like this, like kind of like a Nazi sort of war scientist torturing Kermit. And it's really cool. It's a great scene. And I just want to say this real quick, but the movie that missed this list is The Great Muppet Caper.
Yeah.
The Great Muppet Caper. We reviewed it with our assistant, and we decided, you know, Bill, thank you, Bill, but we went ahead and chose these other movies instead. But the 11th movie was The Great Muppet Caper. I just wanted to say that because I like the Muppets, and anyway, first time I saw Mel Brooks, it all ties together.
It's amazing. Bill, I'm just not sure is going to make it moving forward because he couldn't stand up for the Muppets the way that he should have. It was kind of a test to see if you'd like step into that role. And the fact that he didn't, it's just, it's not a good sign for Bill.
No, he
not a good
that.
look.
Yeah. He also spilled my coffee as well.
Among other things, Bill's just... But with that said,
Pictures presents
What's with this creepy clown head?
Nice Dreams, the story of two enterprising young men who make an amazing amount of money selling ice cream.
Is it ice cream? Is it?
And who are into neighborly visits.
Hello? Animal. Oh, when did you get out? Come on, open up, bro. Break the door down.
Dave's not here, man. Actually, I don't know if that's the scene, but.
How about sweet?
And anything else they can get their hands on.
Doctor,
Yeah.
I have this terrible problem. Oh, you're probably much too busy, man, to listen to my problem.
Oh, no, I'd love to look at your problem.
Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams. Rated R.
Don't miss this special.
Oh, man.
May 30th.
I was watching a interview with Tom Green, and he was interviewing Cheech and Chong. And it was from, like, I don't know, man. It was that show that he had where he was a talk show. It's on Laugh Tracks, the YouTube channel.
You mean the Tom Green show?
No. It was like it was from like 2012, 13, 14, something like that. I don't know. Low budget, but it was really cool to see Cheech and Chong just kind of hanging out, talking. I love this stuff. I'm a massive fan. I'm not a massive fan, okay, but I've watched enough of these, and when I was younger, I'm kind of older now, but when I was younger, I may have partake in some things, and I would watch these with friends, and yeah, I think it's I'm gonna have to give it a gotta have it.
Gotta have it. Gotta have it.
Cheech and Chong crack me up. I don't know if their humor has transcended through the generations, or if it's more locked into the 70s. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm aware enough to answer that question, but I think they're funny.
Yeah. You'd have to have a very good awareness. I feel like the people that are loving it nowadays don't love it for as smart and witty as it was then. Because I think they were making a bunch of really cool references at the time that were much more relevant than we pick up on. But it is always fun to watch. Again, for nothing, I'm going to give it a that's hot, because they always throw in all kinds of just shenanigans that's, visually appealing, I would say, for the time period. And so, it's a great... They're staples. I mean, the fact that they both kind of evolved. I'd imagine, I'm curious, it's one of those things where we all like to believe they're still best friends. Like, if you were to watch the Hollywood movie, they probably fell out years ago and probably don't love to get together. I don't know.
That's why I'd recommend watching that Tom Green interview, because they talk about that, and they basically say that they get together for shows and touring. They do hang out, but other than that, I don't think that they're... And Tommy Chong,
they're professionals.
Right. And Tommy, he started out his own weed line. His own weed line and bongs and stuff. And then, Cheech is...
The other guy became a cop, I believe, in a lot of shows. He's a police officer of some kind.
Yeah, he's done more acting roles. The one that I think, to me, that comes to mind as far as one of the better ones is Dusk Till Dawn. I remember seeing him in that, and he was doing the MC, saying we've got this kind of, I'm not going to say it on here, but he was hilarious.
Yeah, so I'm not going to say that they're the national treasures that Mel Brooks is. National staples. Whether you like it or don't, it's what everybody who's not into this culture thinks of when they think of that culture per se, right? I mean, they are part of the national fabric. And that's a huge deal.
They're a national gold watch that keeps pretty good time.
Well played.
20th Century Fox would like to introduce you to Pee-wee and his pals.
Speaking of Artie, mother.
Tommy, Mickey, Tim,
We're going tonight, right? I don't know.
and the biggest man on campus.
Why do they call you meat? Because it's so big?
When they're not in class,
They're into everything.
Save your energy, you're gonna need it. Okay.
Okay, pull over.
Coast is clear. But what they'd like to get into most is a place called Porky's.
I left my ID. Here, use this one. That's my Bible school card.
Unfortunately, we can only show you the outside of Porky's. Because what goes on inside...
That looks a lot like the place that Cheech was hanging out in at Dusk Till Dawn.
Oh, it turned me on.
We'd like to show you more of the locker room, but this kind of physical education just isn't taught. We can't show you more of the shower scene, because what they're looking at isn't watered down.
They want us to look. They want us to look.
Porky's.
I don't think they know you're there.
We'll be back for a second look.
So this movie, I'm going to let you go first on this. I want you to go first, Nunya. What do you think of Porky's?
It's hard to judge people by today's standards, we'll say. It looks like it was a rascally good time at the time. I believe it's frowned upon to keep these days. And so, judging by today's standards, maybe the jokes don't hold up, if you will. But again, I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other. I'm going to go with the meh.
Okay. Yeah. Well, here's what I have to say about Porky's. When I was a kid, this was one of those movies that would be talked about. And it was one of those movies like Dirty Dancing. Okay. It would be like, oh, my parents were watching Dirty Dancing this weekend. I snuck over and saw a sex scene. And it was just not me saying that, but like, you hear kids saying that shit. And Porky's, we all
there's
assumed...
far more nudity in Porky's than
No, that's what I'm saying, but here's
Dirty
what I'm getting
Dancing.
at. Yeah, but the point is the name Porky's and the name Dirty Dancing, it sort of had this feeling like, oh, what is this? Well, clearly when you see Dirty Dancing for the first time, you're like, Jesus, wow, okay, I get it. Dirty Dancing. Well, same thing with Porky's. When I was a kid, I straight up thought Porky's was like a porno or something, okay? I finally saw it, and I was like, oh, this is what everybody's been talking about for all these years?
You were underwhelmed is what it sounds like.
It was fine, but considering that other comedies of the time when I was a kid were out, like Ghostbusters and stuff, this was like, oh, I don't know. It was okay. But it's not bad. It spawned some sequels. My dad, I don't know if you're watching, Dad, because I might get this wrong, but he used to live in Talent, Oregon, which is outside of Medford. And he had a Craigslist transaction of some kind, I think. I don't know if he was buying or selling, but the guy came over to his house, and it was the guy who wrote Porky's. Like the actual main guy who wrote it and like pitched it or whatever. And he lives down there. I don't know if he still does, but this was...
I gotta ask, you seem to have heard this story at least once in your life because you're bringing it up. How does the guy who wrote Porky's throw that into conversation?
Oh, you don't know my dad. You don't know my dad. No. My dad is...
Oh, and by the way, you should give me $10 off because I wrote Porky's.
No. Here's the thing. My dad has been on one video on the channel. It was an arcade update. But when people talk to my dad, stuff just comes out. It's like one of those things where you meet this person and you're just like suddenly vomiting information that you haven't told anybody in years. And
your dad's been on the channel a few times. He was on the Sunset Hotline, if you recall. He was the voice.
Whoa! You're throwing him under the bus.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Excuse me, your alias is cool with me.
He played Little Boy. He played Little Boy on the show Sunset Hotline proper. If you haven't seen Sunset Hotline 1 or 2, anyway, check those out. But yeah, that's. Did I rate this yet? I don't think I did.
Well, now that we know that your dad's met the guy who wrote it, feels
so
like
I'm
there's
still
a thumb on the
So
scale
after
there.
all that, just because of the neon, I'm giving it hot.
That's hot. That's hot.
That makes sense.
That's about it. And there was
logical.
There was some hot stuff in it, but I'm just saying it was tamer than I expected as a kid. Too much hype. Oh.
Bad Friday the 13th. But it gets worse on Saturday the 14th.
Oh.
Evil.
I wasn't ready for horror movies.
Richard Benjamin, Paula Prentice.
We've inherited a house with a curse.
Oh, come on, Mary. You know you don't believe in curses.
Was that the dad from Modern Family?
I don't know. That's funny. No, but I've never seen this. I have no idea if this is any good, but this preview is intriguing. Listen to the announcer. Can you turn it up a little bit?
Owls.
My name is John Hyatt, and I've got bats in my belfry.
You know how many? We charge by the bat.
Hold it right there, Mac.
No, no.
That guy almost looked like Danny Aiello.
Thank you very much.
I'd like to take a look at her neck.
Well, if you don't trust me after 311
Arrested
years,
Development.
man.
What's that guy's name?
There'll be nothing left here to be afraid of.
Jeffrey something?
Every shroud has a silver lining. So if you see every other chiller this year, you'll need Saturday the 14th.
Well, this must be a charming wife. Famine. War.
Major Pest Control.
Dead!
It's your chance to laugh at everything that ever
There he
scared
is.
you.
Come on, Billy. Quit fooling around.
Give me a kiss, darling.
Oh, let me just see who that is.
It is who Phil Dunphy was based off of.
Back to that kiss.
Phil Dunphy, yeah.
Be sure to see it before sunrise. Saturday.
Whoa, wow. Why didn't I think of titles like that? That's what you gotta do, man. Have the shit come from a garbage can. I'm gonna go first on this, Nunyub, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I'm feeling meh on this one. It's like it's intriguing, but I've never seen it. I like comedy horror, spoof horror. What's that one with Leslie Nielsen? Something Dracula. That's pretty good. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Scary movie.
I'm gonna take it. You know, it was coming out of the garbage can. And put it in a little bowl, and I'm gonna throw it right back in. Call it trash it.
Okay.
Right now.
Trash
I'm sure it was funny.
That makes sense.
But it is what it is. I mean, and you're coming in like, should we make a July the 5th irony of?
Yeah.
Okay, that one's not as good, but regardless, yeah. Again, I do think if you were to line that character up with the dad from Modern Family, it's pretty close. I saw it.
Yeah. Yep. This is the precursor to many things. Horror comedy.
Many things.
Which, by the way, Modern Family has great Halloween episodes. Halloween episodes of Modern Family are pretty funny.
It's a pretty funny show. This is a pretty sweet car. It's a pretty funny show. It is what it is.
The man who gave the world the Pink Panther. Then went on to create a perfect 10 knows everything there is to know about Hollywood.
All right, quiet now on a bell.
That's why he wants to destroy it. The funniest way possible. Lorimar
Sounds like the Naked Gun theme.
S.O.B. A simple movie.
I feel like that's Cruella DeVille's car.
Ordinary people.
Yeah.
Who do ordinary things.
I breed armadillos. Okay. See you on the beach, huh? Sure.
But most of all, it's about a man who's one crazy guy.
He's gone for surf. Sex, Tully! That's the answer! You want America's G-rated sweetheart to appear in the nude?
Starring Julie Andrews, as you've never seen her before. Topless.
Whoa.
$100 million
William Holden as the director.
Nothing like a uniform to keep an orgy organized.
I have to be shooting by September 1.
Richard Mulligan as the producer.
I must warn you, my hands are
Oh my God, that guy was on that show Empty Nest.
It could be your one chance to recoup all the
Robert Vaughn.
That was the guy from Empty Nest?
I think so. He was the wasn't Empty Nest the doctor show?
Shelley Winters as the agent.
Yeah, that was the guy.
You ended up going steady with your Afghan. You're just one of the gang. You're Peter Pan.
Loretta Swit as the gossip columnist.
She's classic.
Felix tried to commit suicide.
You heard the Felix. Ridiculous.
Robert Weber as the press agent.
Look, we gotta sit down, get our story straight. Let me handle it.
Robert Preston as the doctor.
I like to believe that was the dad from Frasier.
Hello. With Marissa Berenson.
Oh, hi, darling.
And Stuart Margolin. Blake Edwards, S.O.B. The motion picture that exposes America's sweetheart just for laughs.
That lady was in Just for Laughs, I think.
As long as you learn.
S.O.B.
Whoa. This feels like an alternate reality movie. Like I've never heard of it.
No way. I don't believe it. I don't believe that they're advertising Julie Andrews topless in the preview. That doesn't sound realistic.
I wonder if she really does get topless, though, if that's true.
I don't believe it. I can't believe it. It doesn't sound real. But just the sheer illusion, I don't know if the word illusion is a word, but the fact that they allude to it, let's say that. That's hot. It is what it is.
That's hot.
The whole concept seems hilarious. Making fun of Hollywood in 1980 seems like at the front end of them making fun of how bad it is, I guess. Yeah, what do you think?
Well, it has a lot of cool people in it. But if I saw this preview, and I just watched it for the first time, I'm just not impressed with it. It looks like, I don't know what's going on here, man. I'm not going to say it's the most horrible thing I've ever seen, but it doesn't look like it just seems so dumb. So I'm giving
dumb.
I'm giving it a lame.
Lame.
Doesn't mean I wouldn't watch it, but don't.
Yeah, I get it.
Not interested, really.
Mary freaking Poppins. Okay, well, agree to disagree.
Now here we go. Well, that's the thing. Is she really get topless in it? I don't think they.
Again, we don't have to. Again, maybe we don't even want to bring that up with Mary Poppins. I take it all back.
U.S. Army can turn your life around.
Before I knew it, she was walking.
There's Harold Ramis. Man.
Join a whole new breed of professionals.
This movie kind of makes me sad. I don't know why.
Feel like a man.
It's like there were all these movies that Bill Murray made early on before he like blew up. This was still pretty big, but
Master important career skills.
What are you gonna do with that?
This. And this. Who's your friend? Who's your buddy? I am, aren't I?
And represent your country in foreign lands.
look at Harold Ramis, man.
You're a man who takes charge of your own life.
So am I to understand that you men completed your training on your own?
That's the fact, Jack. That's the fact, Jack.
And this looks like your kind of challenge.
Green killer.
Look at that.
Violent machine.
John Candy.
The man, the myth,
Bill Murray
the legend.
in Stripes.
Lucky jump on that guy's part.
This could be the best
Yeah.
experience of your
Nick of
life.
time.
Surprise, Barney! I'll kill you. Whose idea was this? Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom.
So I gotta say, like, it's funny because as I'm looking back at all these, a lot of these movies I got to watch only because we had Encore, that shitty cable channel, and they would loop stuff like this. And I saw this the first time on Encore. But see, Encore today is like, I think, good, like Stars. But back in the day, there was Encore first. You had like basic cable. You had like, 20 channels or something. And then Encore was like channel 13 or 14. And then like 3 years later, they came out with Stars. And Stars showed up as like channel 15 or 16, the one right after it. Point is in 1990, 91, something like that, they were like looping all these crazy movies that I watched, like Shampoo and this movie. And there's another one where Spies Like Us. Anyway, Stripes, awesome. I loved watching it. I'm so glad that channel existed, because without that stupid weird channel, I wouldn't have seen all this weird stuff. So yeah, rad.
Rad.
Yeah, it's Bill Murray. You gotta, everything he does is hilarious.
Almost
it's taking mainly everything, but even the things that aren't, you're like, well, this is Bill Murray, and I enjoy watching it because it's Bill Murray.
Sure.
So the reality is, I'm so cool because I'm Bill Murray that I'm gonna like be the cool guy who goes through boot camp and like gets away with doing it my way. And America loves it. I love it. I'm going to go with Rad.
Rad.
Nice. Good choice.
Rad. It is Rad.
The classic is back, so prepare yourself for
What's with these narrators?
a movie that
I love these narrators.
I know, they're crazy.
I want to talk in real life like this.
So Shelley Duvall's in this, and
with Napoleon.
this is a crazy movie.
Personal plan to Robin Hood. You will join us at a real Roman orgy.
Oh.
Say hello to ancient Greece. And marvel at the
This is a
size
pretty
of the
funny movie.
You will spend an evening with the biggest Homo sapien of all time.
Just a pause there.
No, I don't think so. Finally, a movie that takes you inside the fabulous world of darkness. Recognize this fellow? Well, you will.
I wanted that to be Leo DiCaprio.
All good in the universe.
Yeah.
I've a reasonable bet. Former Beatle George Harrison brings together
George Harrison, I mentioned him earlier. What are the odds?
Catherine Hellman.
Oh man.
Ed Warner.
Oh, that
This was
guy
the year
from
of
Monty
them-
Python.
Yeah.
History.
Thank you very much.
Oh, John Cleese. Man, I haven't seen this in so long. Wow. So two guys from Monty Python. I have I don't know what it is. I really
One
don't know.
Beatle.
Yeah, one Beatle. I've always had a thing for Shelley Duvall. I don't know what it is, dude. I grew up watching Popeye. I don't know, Robert Altman movie, clearly, but man, and then like The Shining, I always just, oh God, I don't know what it is. I've always thought she was like so hot, and so if I see her, I melt.
That's hot. That's
So,
hot.
Cool off.
But
a
Time
bit here.
Bandits is a good movie if you haven't seen it. Yeah, sorry. Woo!
Let's just take a minute to air.
I know it's weird. I just
fan off.
back in the day, man, I thought she was awesome. So look at that, executive producer
wrong with
and
that.
songs by George Harrison.
Oh, good. Good. George Harrison made it in. But what do you is it, did I hear that's hot? Is that what a...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. I think it's funny, but I gave my love to, if I had to choose between, I feel like I would choose between this and The History of the World. Like the two seem, for whatever reason, to be competing with me.
Oh.
So I'm gonna trash this one as well.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No.
you
You're
know what?
making
I
a
take that
mistake.
back because of the John Cleese. I'm making a mistake. Everybody in it looks funny. I'm sure it is funny. So I was being too harsh.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with trash that shit.
Oh,
Trash it.
that's funny.
We only have so
Well,
much time. I don't need this
yeah.
to steal from me my time.
It is
No
a classic.
Time Bandit.
You would probably like it.
Okay.
It's
In reality, I'm thinking more meh now. Okay, I guess I have to see it now.
we've locked in
That's
trash.
chill.
Don't you wish you were Arthur?
Oh yeah, Arthur.
Obviously.
This is Dudley Moore.
Not a Beatle, but close.
Right. Yeah, he's the fifth Beatle.
I will ask you to simonize my car.
How rich are you?
I wish I had a dime for every dime I have.
Anticipating your condition, I brought you orange juice, coffee, and aspirins. Or do you need to throw up?
Kiss your wife like that?
I'm not married.
Keep smiling. 688.
Oh my God, that's
49.
Liza Minnelli, also in Arrested Development.
I take it this bum will be calling you.
That guy.
From Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld's dad.
Yeah.
Are you a hooker? I forgot. I just thought I was doing great with you.
Will you take my hand?
That would leave you with one. Offer to take my coat.
You don't have a coat.
Well, offer to take my tie.
You're a rich one. How does it feel to have all that money?
Feels great.
They really are bringing that title home, you know?
I feel like Archer is a little bit based on Arthur.
I play tennis.
Maybe.
I have weekends off, and I am my own boss.
Dudley Moore is Arthur.
This is
Wow.
the character Archer is definitely based off of Arthur.
I know I do.
Don't you wish you were Arthur?
So, just a quick note about, not that I'm an expert here, but a quick note about acting. It's tough to act drunk and make it sound convincing. I think it's harder than people realize. And so for that fact alone, Dudley Moore deserves something, which I'm going to give him. God, I don't know. I'm going to give it a meh.
Meh.
Yeah, it looks like somebody in that movie is going to give him the clap. I'm going to ball that shit up, throw it in the trash yet again. Even though it is funny to watch
Yeah.
him act that out. It is. I'm sorry for those of you that are fans of the cartoon Archer. You just add the fact that he's a spy. He's this guy. I will say I heard somebody once, they were saying, somebody was calling them out for being like aggressively wealthy, and they're like, how do you sleep at night? And their response was like, on a very expensive bed. And it was like the douchiest thing I've ever heard in my life. But it feels like that was a scene straight out of Arthur. That's what they're making fun of. Seems like on the front end of the anti-rich playboy scene there is. I wonder if there's any redeeming qualities about Arthur, but not enough to find out. So that's why it's going in the trash.
Okay.
Yeah. Marcus, that's our list.
Oh.
That's it.
Wow. All right. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you for watching. Tell us, did we miss any from 1981 besides the Muppet Caper movie? Okay, we're aware of that. But is there any others that came out that you think that we would miss, should have talked about?
Yeah, what ones are you going to go see now that we reminded you that 81 movies existed? Because there's a few.
Yeah, which one here looks the best to you? Which one looks the worst? We do want to know. Tell us. Maybe we'll reply. We probably will. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Thanks for subscribing to Sunset Hotline. None, you have anything else going on?
I just feel like there's something that they need to do. I can't remember what it is. Marcus, what is it that they got to do between now and the next episode?
Oh, you're going to keep that shit retro until the next one by watching Comedies of 1981. Later on.